Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Today I'm going to be doing the next 6 stages of the Fanhome release of Build Darth Vader. So we're doing stages 27 to 32, but if you remember in the last pack I was missing a stage, stage 22. I have it here now, so I'm going to be adding that to the collection as well. It's just adding some details to the helmet section there, or the face section, so I'll be able to get onto that. Now we did get a gift today, which I haven't actually opened yet. It's another mug. Let me check this out. Looks just like that. Oh, I could kill a coffee right now, you know, because after all, it is 7:15 in the morning. I know people are like, well, you really get up early to make these videos. I get up early to make these videos. All good. If you want to get this for yourself, I have put a link in the video description. There's also that QR code on the screen. This looks quite exciting because I think I've got some parts for the lightsaber in this one. I've also got some of the gloves, so you're going to see some of the materials as well. So let's find out together. Without further ado, let's get cracking. Okay, so whizzing back in time, I am going to do that stage 22 that I was missing. Here is the instructions. I'm glad I've got this now. And you can see it's only, I don't know, 7 details there, which we're going to be adding to the helmet there. So let's put these in place. And they are tiny parts, as you can see in this pack here. Okay, some of these parts look very similar, so I'm hopefully going to show you what they look like. I need this part here first. Just bring over the helmet, and it's going to go into the 2 positions just here. There is some holes, so I'm going to try and get this in. There you go. Now you need to make sure that you've got this in the right way, and you know you have, because this should go right to the edge here. Then I need this one here, looking like that. That's going to go here. Perfect. And then the longest one is just going to go on this side over here. And there you go. That's all 3 of those in place. And then finally, I've got these black metal sections here. Going to go on top following the pattern. There's an indented pattern here, as you can see. And then one on the other side. Perfect. And then I've just got some silver decorations here, which I'm going to take off with my tweezers. Get this first piece into place here without sticking down the other one. Keeping this on the backing while I'm doing this, as you can see. So that piece is just on there, and then I've just got one going on the other side here. Now I always show my mistakes. Look, I've accidentally broke off the front of that sticker there. They're very hard to get off, even if you do leave them on the adhesive backing. So I've got a chrome pen here, which is going to make short work of that. Which, as you can see, makes short work of that. But that's all there is to do in that stage. So then that means we're now on this pack. So stage 27, what are we doing first? We have got the glove, and we've got a couple of bits here. So we're going to be putting these sections in here. These are for the eyes. We finally get to mount the eyes, which we haven't actually done. So it's looking like that. And I'm going to open this carefully because this is our first piece of cloth. And this is what that's looking like. It's pretty cool. Look, it's foam inside. It's stitched really well. And if you want an idea of size, next to my head, there you go. Pretty cool, huh? We don't actually do anything with this at the moment though, so I can keep that to one side. I'm so tempted to try and get it on. But I do want the eyes now. I mean, what am I talking about? They're not the eyes, they're the eye covers. But, you know me, I never call anything by the right name. Okay, what we're doing is putting these frames in. So they're going to go into them like this. Let me just get one in. Pushing these into place. So it looks just like that there. Do the same on the other side. So that's into place. And now we do get to put these into the mask here. So just push them into place, one there and one on the other side. So that's what it's looking like on the inside, and now that's what it's looking like there. Perfect. That's all there is to do in that stage. So stage 28. Here's the instructions. And we've got loads of pipe work that we're going to be putting in place. God, there's so much detail in this. So we're going to be putting this in the inside of the helmet again. So that's how that's looking. Okay, first thing I need is the left piece that looks like this. It is stamped with an L underneath. Bring over what we just worked on. And this is going to go into the hole you might just be able to see there. So let me put one in. So it looks like that. Do the same on the other side. And there you go. Then I need part 2807 looking like this. Let's cut this off the sprue. Now this is going to be going into the hole that we can see just there. And the other side is going to be going into a hole that's very hard to see, but it's on this black section just here. So let me get this in just there. Hopefully you can see that. Do the same on the other side. See, because of the laws of symmetry, it's easier to do that like this. So we're doing one side then the other. Then I'm going to be taking this shorter wire here, looking like this. This is going into the top hole of the two holes on this side here. And then this one goes in the top hole of this section we just put in there. Just like that. And then we've got a smaller one, which I'm going to be putting in to the hole just underneath. And then that's going to go into the hole that's left here. So that's how it should look. I'm just going to do the same on this side. And when they're done, that's how they should look. Very detailed, this inner section, isn't it? But that's all there is to do in that stage. Okay, stage 29. Here's the instructions. And we've got some more pieces here, which we're going to be adding to that interior section by the look of it. Once again, look here, look, very tiny pieces. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to be putting the right inner cheek in. And there we go. That's that one in as well. Now I've got a connector which is going to go on each one of those. So the one that's stamped with an R goes on the two holes at the bottom. Should really have put these in before I put this in, I think. And the good news is I'm still able to take it out. Do this bit first and do the same on the other side. Definitely take them out and do them first. So now that's how that's looking. And then finally, these brackets here go on the frame for these lenses for the eyes, which again, we could have put in before we put the eyes in. So I'm going to demonstrate that for you now. Basically, the eye is going to be going on here. So I can just push this on now, like that. Push the eye back in. And there you go. That's the end of that stage. That's how it's looking now. Turn it over. That's how it's looking on the inside. So stage 30 is the instructions. Some larger panels this time, but we're still not finished with that inside. There's so much detail here that I don't think you're going to see. But that's how it's looking. Okay, so we might as well keep this round this way, just like this, because I've got two pins right in the center for this piece here. Let's get this in. There we go. That's in place there. You can see that on top camera. Then on top of that, I've got this silver piece. It is saying that if these pieces don't feel secured and glue them in, I haven't had that problem yet. Underneath, I've got this D-shaped smaller piece. There you go. And then finally, I've got this silver piece here, which actually goes on this nose bridge here. Just like that. And that's all there is to do in that stage. So in stage 31, here's the instructions. We got some electrics. This is going to be fun. So this is part of the belt again, making it look like this. Okay, and first thing we're going to do is we're going to be putting this chrome surround just on here. There is adhesive on this section. Peel that off and put that in place. Perfect. Once again, adhesive on this section here, which is going to go on the top into this little cavity. So that is how that's looking. Turn it over, and I've got this little, looks like a sensor pad, to be honest with you. Again, there's some adhesive on this I'm going to need to take off, and I want to put this square in the center of this metal section, just like that. I definitely think it's a sensor pad. And we are left with this top here, which they don't want us to put on yet, but I'm guessing that's going to go on something like that. But that's all there is to do in that stage. Keep these screws safe. So the final stage here, which is pretty amazing thing, we have got the lightsaber. We're going to start building the lightsaber. So we've got these parts here, and we've also actually got the saber stalk, as you can see there. Putting this together like that. So that's how it's looking. Now I do happen to know that I think the hilt of the lightsaber is one of the last things we build. And these are big sections. Don't worry, I will hold this bit once I finish this stage up against my head so you can see how big this actually is. Now this has got a protective film on, which I'm not going to take off yet, just to keep this protected. What I do need to do though is insert this LED strip down this here. So all we're going to do is put that in like this. Get it all the way down. And it should come out the other side here. Now on the other side, I've got this end. And I want to make sure this goes into the center groove here, so it's locking itself in the end, just there, like that. I'm pinching that into place by putting this other side on here, so it goes over the top and clips in, just like that. So that's now held that in, and then I can just insert this into the top of the lightsaber here. There you go. That's holding that into place. Now on the bottom, I've got this part of the hilt. So this is going to be going in here, but I do need to pass this cable through and then push that onto this end. I've got a bracket to put on, which has got two locating lugs, but then we've got a center hole for a screw, and that's one of these F screws here. Perfect. And then I've got the lower support for the lightsaber, which is this one here, which is going to house that cable to stop it going anywhere. And again, we need some F screws just to put that into place. And then all that's left to do is to put this little D-shaped hinge joint on. So get it in one side there into the hole. You have to pull it quite hard to get them both in. Now, as I said, at the moment we haven't got any way to test that, but that is how big the lightsaber is. Looking pretty cool, huh? I've got no way to light this at the moment because I don't actually know what voltage this takes, and I don't want to damage anything. So there you go. That's all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. Most of this was doing this helmet section here, which I'm just going to put back together here. But I have to say, this is very detailed, as you can see. Now with this, and obviously the glove as well, it's certainly got a theme, this build, hasn't it? Anyway, I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.